two things I got left in this world, man.
Yes, sir.
And that's my nuts, and you're going to respect me.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm this horrible monster guy that's going to hurt everybody and all this other stuff.
This esteemed gentleman is Gregory Wayne Clark, a murderer who killed his estranged wife's new boyfriend in front of dozens of witnesses. Though, getting him to admit that will involve a sprinkle of racism.
So I got a problem with that.
Because he's black.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of cringy lies.
This doesn't have to happen.
Okay.
I'm in here.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
But beneath it all, detectives will begin to piece together a tangled murder plot and a trail of tragic stories.
I got stage 4 colon cancer. You know, they give me 6 months to live. When I die, she's going to get $300,000. I'm dying. The only chance I have to make any amends, all that was taken away from me.
On September 20th, 2019, Escambia County Sheriff's deputies raced to a local gas station in Pensacola, Florida, where a woman had raced inside, covered in blood, and collapsed onto the floor, sobbing and begging the cashier to call 911. When they arrived, they learned that the woman, Anna Church, had just witnessed her boyfriend get shot right beside her. His body was still in her vehicle, which she had driven to the gas station in a frenzy, looking for help. Unfortunately, her boyfriend, Daryl Penn, died on the scene. Fortunately, Anna knew exactly who was behind his murder: her estranged husband, Gregory Wayne Clark. According to Anna, Gregory had seen her with her new boyfriend and, in a rage, followed the two in his own car. When they stopped at a stoplight, he leapt out and shot Daryl before driving off. Police knew instantly who they had to find. Naturally, Gregory was hiding, but it didn't take long for police to locate him. And when they did, they had to slip on some kid gloves because interviewing him was a lot like interviewing a toddler who had just learned how to lie. And somehow his lies might be even worse. The following footage was provided to us by the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, and it begins with a bang as Gregory waits for interrogators to arrive. Clearly, he's a little nervous.
Hey Wayne, what's up, man? I'm Sergeant Barnes with the Sheriff's Office. This is Investigator Bruce Harris, the Sheriff's Office.
How you doing, sir? Listen, before we go any further, I gotta read you some stuff real quick. It'll only take a minute. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you as evidence in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present while being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer be appointed for you without cost before questioning. If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand those rights? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your first name again?
Gregory.
Gregory. What do you go by Wayne, right? Okay. Gregory Wayne. So, you probably understand why we brought you here, or you don't. From what I understand, you had a question about why you're here.
Right.
Okay. Before we made contact with you, where did we pick you up, that Luna Lanes, or where was it? What were you doing over there?
What was I doing there?
Yeah.
Just waiting.
What are you waiting for?
Wasn't waiting for nobody. I was staying at the Budget Inn.
Oh, where were you staying at Budget Inn? What room number?
124.
How long have you been staying in there?
3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days. Where were you before that, then?
Cantonment.
Cantonment. Is at a house up there, or a friend's house? Or
no, I was renting a place.
What was it? Do you remember the address? Okay. And we made contact with you, or we picked you up around what? It was around 4:15, I guess, right?
I don't know what time it was.
Where were you before that?
Where was I before that?
Yeah. I mean, where'd you come from before you were at Duluth Lanes? How'd you get there?
I got a guy to give me a ride there.
Remember what the guy's name was? Where'd you see him at?
At the Walmart on Navy Boulevard.
Okay. So you got picked up at the Walmart on Navy Boulevard, and then you went to Duluth Lanes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were you before you were at the Walmart?
I left the first thing I did this morning was I left Budget Inn. I went and picked up my clothes.
Where were you clothes at?
At the laundromat on 9 Mile and Old Palafox.
Okay. And then what?
And then I went to Tony's house. I went and seen my old lady. And then
Who's your old lady, man?
Anna Church.
Okay. Where'd you go see her at?
At her house. At
Okay.
my house.
How'd you get there?
Drove.
Okay. What vehicle were you driving?
Mine.
What kind of vehicle you got? Man, I don't know any of this stuff, so you gotta help me out.
2005 1500 Silverado.
What color is it?
10.
Tan color? Okay. So you went, what time do you think that was that you went over there?
3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock? Did you get a chance to talk to her at all, or what?
Yeah. Well, she hollered at me through the window.
What'd she say?
She just told me that I don't know. Me and hers had a bad time in the last 3 months. I got stage 4 colon cancer,
Yes, sir.
and one of my kidneys done shut down.
Yes, sir. When was that? Just recently? You had it shut down?
Last night.
Okay.
And so I went by to tell her that and tell her that I wanted to see my boy, but dude, I can't talk to her. She's too irate with me.
So what's her name?
Anna.
You said just your old lady. Is this your wife?
Yeah.
How long y'all been married?
2 years.
So y'all live together there?
We did until we did I kind of separated away from him, you know what I'm saying? She's out there on the deep end somewhere.
Gregory has a lot of nerve talking about his estranged wife being off the deep end when he may as well be down in the Mariana Trench. At this point, Anna is far from his old lady. According to police reports, Gregory had been violent and verbally abusive with her on numerous occasions, resulting in her kicking him out and ending their relationship months prior to this interrogation. But as you'll see, Wayne couldn't seem to get that through his head, because in his mind, her reason for wanting to break up was tied to her alleged addiction. Nothing to do with his alleged addiction, or his documented violence, of course.
How long did you live there with her?
At that residence for 4 months before I moved out.
What made you move out?
Me and her got an altercation.
Okay. Just over what?
Well, actually, it was about... Yeah, she said I had taken a piece from her, and I did take it from her, and I had it in my watch pocket right there. And she had my pants swinging them around and kept running up in my face. I laid down on the couch. And,
So after that little row that y'all had, you moved out?
Right.
Okay. Where'd you go when you moved out after that?
I didn't have no place to go.
Okay.
Didn't have no ride, didn't have no money, didn't have no place to go.
So what'd you do?
I went to one of my partner's houses for about 3 or 4 days, and then I went to work and saved up enough money to buy that truck, and all within like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying?
Where were you working at, man?
With him, John.
Construction or what?
No, he owns a charter boat.
Charter boat. Okay. So what do? You go out on the boat with him?
Yeah, I'm deckhand or first mate.
Okay. So you said you went over there today. What time is that again? You went over there? You remember?
It had to be close to 3.
Were you by yourself when you went?
No,
Who'd you have with you?
Tony,
Okay. Who's that?
guy that I know.
Okay. You guys been friends for a long time, or?
Yeah, I've been knowing him for years.
Okay. Did you grow up with him or what?
No, I grew up up until I got about 17, I stayed in Louisiana with my mom.
Okay. So you just met him when you moved over here, or what?
Yeah, but I meant like when I was 18, 19 years old.
Oh, so you've been friends for a long time then.
Yeah, which was 40 years ago.
Okay. So y'all got in the truck. Where'd you come from?
From his house.
From his house? Where's he live at? Were you staying up there with him, or you
No,
were staying at the Budget Inn?
I was staying at the Budget Inn.
Okay. What made you go pick him up?
Why did I pick him up? Oh, I just asked him if he wanted to ride with me.
Okay. Just because you wanted to hang out, or what?
Yeah, plus whenever I go over there, I need a witness.
When you go to your wife's place, you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because I'm talking about she's irate with me.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take somebody with you to have him there?
Right.
Okay. So if I talk to him, he'd be able to tell me. You know that y'all went over there and all that then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you went over there around that time, then what happened?
No, I don't know.
Well, I mean, after you saw your wife. Because you said you spoke to her. What'd you talk to her about again? What was it?
About my kidneys stopping.
Okay. Did you talk to her about anything else?
No, not really.
Okay. Y'all two have a child together?
Right.
Okay, what's his name? Okay, was he there at the time?
I don't know.
Okay.
I get lied to too much.
What do you get lied to about?
About who's in the house, about him going to school. I meant right now I know he's probably missed. And school ain't been in but a month, and he's probably missed 20 days.
Okay. When was the last time before today that you went over to see your wife?
Yesterday.
Okay. Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys have any kind of argument or anything? Or?
Yeah, well, every time I talk to her, it's an argument.
What'd you argue about yesterday?
Same shit. She wants me to pay the rent and take care of all of her bills, and I got stage 4 colon cancer, and you put me on the streets with no money, no place to stay, no vehicle.
So there was no way you were going to give her money then? That's kind of...
Well, I have gave her money before, but I ain't gonna continue paying bills for somebody.
Especially since you're not living there.
Right, especially since I ain't living there, go through the proper channels.
Sure, I get it.
Gregory's got one card in his hand, and he's playing it over and over and over. The cancer card. And though obviously it's tragic that he was ill during this investigation, that doesn't excuse his actions, or the lies he's telling right now. Because he hadn't shown up to Anna's house to talk about his condition and see his son. For 2 months, he had been stalking her, peering in the windows of her home, and then confronting her whenever he saw her with her new boyfriend, Daryl Penn. Even though Gregory continues to claim that their arguments centered around her, essentially being a gold digger, that couldn't be further from the truth. Their actual arguments were about her refusal to get back together with Gregory, despite his repeated attempts, a la Joe Goldberg.
So you came over there yesterday, you had a little bit of an argument with her about money, I guess?
About finances.
Finances.
All it is always, she's got a point of view, I got a point of view, and they're nowhere near the same thing.
All right, and when you left yesterday, that was the last time you saw her until today?
Right.
Okay, and then you went over there today, and you went to tell her that about your kidney and stuff. Did she talk to you? Did she say anything specific to you today about anything?
About what?
About anything? Were you talking? Did she talk to you about anything other than your kidney, or did she just talk to you about regular stuff?
Oh yeah. Well, she mentioned to me about paying the rent and stuff.
Okay. So how long you think you were there?
30 minutes, 20 minutes, something.
Okay.
Like that. I wasn't there long.
You weren't there long?
Mm.
Okay.
Did you bring her something?
Yeah, some donuts.
You did bring her donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You give it to her right at the door, or what?
No, what I did was I left, and...
Did she ask you to leave? Is that when...
Well, what she told me was I got to use the bathroom. I'll get up with you later.
Okay, and then that's when you left?
Yeah, and then I left, and I got up, we stopped at the store, and when we stopped at the store, I noticed that I didn't give her them donuts.
Okay, so you went back?
So I started heading back.
Okay.
And then she was driving, and I stopped by the window and give her the donuts.
Okay. Oh, like on the road?
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of handed them through the thing there. Did she have anybody in the truck with her?
She didn't have a truck.
Oh, she had anybody in the car with her?
Yeah.
Who was in the car with her?
I don't know.
Okay, was it male, female?
Male.
Okay. White guy, black guy?
Black guy.
Okay. And you didn't recognize him or know who he was or anything?
I didn't look at him really that good. I couldn't see him.
Okay.
All I could see was his legs.
Just his legs?
Hands.
Okay. Did you say anything to her other than about the donuts, or did you?
No, all I said was, I bought these donuts for you, and two of them for you, and she said, well, it's probably a bag full of shit or something like that. Well, and then I drove off.
Okay. And she drove off too?
Yeah, she went. I don't know where she went.
Okay. So then what happened after you drove off?
Well, we got on down the road, and then Tony got out the car, and told me he was gonna call his old lady to come pick him up, and then
Where was that at?
at that gas station on Navy Boulevard and W Street, a little bit down from there.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I understand this. After you gave her the donuts, right?
Right.
Then you went straight down to that gas station at Navy and Jackson.
Yeah. No, Navy and W Street.
Navy and W Street.
Right, but it's back towards where
How about the little one right there by the bridge?
yeah,
And the car
right
wash
by
used to
where
be.
Chet's used to be.
All right.
And that's where you dropped him off?
Yeah.
And then where'd you go?
Then I drove to Walmart.
Drove to Walmart.
Now, you may be thinking that Gregory giving his ex the donuts is a lie he's telling to try and make himself look better, but actually it's one of the only true things he says during this interrogation, and it's just one little detail that shows how unwilling he was to let go of his relationship. Anna had demanded to be left alone by him, had told the cops she feared him, and had moved on romantically. But Gregory was still trying to bring her donuts to get in her good graces after, well, stalking her and making her fear for her life. I don't know about you, but those donuts would have to be made of gold and served on top of a restraining order for me to even come close to appreciating them.
And then you got some guy to take you from Walmart to DeLuna Lanes for $50. Why'd you do that?
Because I was going to tell somebody where my truck was to come pick it up.
Okay, why was that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why did you not just drive to DeLuna Lanes in your truck?
I don't know. I mean, somebody asked me to leave it there at the Walmart.
Who asked you to leave it there?
Huh?
Who asked you?
Tony?
Tony asked you?
Yeah.
Why did he ask you to leave it there?
Because he said he needs to use the truck.
Okay, how was he supposed to get the keys?
Huh?
How was he supposed to get the keys?
That's why I was at DeLuna Lanes to give him the keys.
Okay, so he was at DeLuna Lanes?
No, they live across the street from there.
See how we're kind of going around in circles, man?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, here's the thing, right? Things happen to everybody, you know, to all of us. And you're in a bad spot, obviously, because of your illness.
Right.
You know, and I know that. I see that.
They don't nobody care about that, bro.
Well, you know, I've had family that have had it. I understand from that angle. I don't understand from your angle. I don't. Okay? There's no way I can do that. That kind of pain that you're in and that kind of thing that you're going through, that's something that I can't even begin to understand. But I have relatives, right? My father. So I understand. I get that. Okay? Things happen sometimes, and I get that too. Okay? But there are certain things we can't ever run from. You know? And you're at a point, really, you know, you're coming to a point where you gotta come to terms with things. And I understand that too, because I've been at that place myself. I had a heart attack about a year ago. So I get that. You know, some of the things that you're telling me, obviously, you know, you and I know that they don't make sense. And, you know, there's obviously reasons for this. Right? And whether that's because, you know, you're very upset about some things that happened today, and you don't want to acknowledge that they happened because they're very upsetting to you. But there are certain things that, you know, that obviously you can't run from. You know? And you've been around. I know you were in prison for a bit, right? Where were you in prison at, man?
UCI, Sumter, Baker.
Okay. And it's been a lot of the drug stuff. Is that what it's been, or what are you doing in prison? What were you in prison for?
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery. How long ago was that? That was when you were younger, right?
Yeah.
How many years did you get?
Altogether, I started with 85 and got it knocked down to 60.
Okay. So how long did you spend in there?
21.
21. Okay. How long ago did you get out?
2005, 4 or 5.
Okay. And since that time, you've been trying to make it, right?
I've been doing the right thing.
You've been trying to do the right thing. Okay. And that's from the very beginning, right? And
well, I mean, you know, everybody has their little drawbacks and stuff, but I mean, when I had cancer, they found out I had cancer, I was the superintendent for MMR, which is an electrical company.
Okay. You were superintendent for them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened with all that?
I got sick. I couldn't do my job no more.
Gregory's arrest record is about as long as a CVS receipt. In the 80s and 90s, he was arrested multiple times for forgery, theft, public drunkenness, writing worthless checks, and robbery. In 1994, he robbed a store with a weapon, only to be arrested 7 minutes later at a nearby beach where he had hucked the weapon into the water. Though he claims he's trying to do the right thing, up to the 2010s, he had several charges for battery, and with Anna's reports that he was physically violent with her, it doesn't seem like he ever stopped.
Well, like I said, there's things that happen, man. And there's things that we all go through that we look at it as either something that was a mistake or something that wasn't. But there's, like I said, there's certain things that we can't run from. And I know certain things just like you know certain things, And there are always reasons for things that happen. Always reasons for things that happen. Everything that I've done, I can come up and I can say, well, this is why that was done that way, And I know you're the same way. You and I are almost the same age. Okay? So I've been around forever. So it's easy. Okay? But the thing of it is that there's certain things that you have to acknowledge that are the truth, the way they are. Just avoiding the facts is not going to do anything about it. What I need to get and what I need to hear is what your side is to whatever. Okay.
I don't really have a side.
Okay. You don't have any.
I don't even know why I'm here.
You don't.
No, sir.
If I was to tell you that I took my truck to Walmart and left my truck at Walmart and paid somebody $50 to take me to DeLuna Lanes so I could leave my truck at Walmart, what would you say to me? Would you think that would make any sense?
No, it don't really make sense. It's just, I'm not sure what happened, but I meant...
Well, I mean, if that's the way that it is, and you're not sure what happened or why it happened, that's fine. I understand that. I can relate to that. I've been down that road myself a bunch of times. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say that something happened. I'm willing to say that something happened. As far as...
Something had to happen.
Okay.
I'm in here.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what you've been told.
Well, what have I been told? I mean, what do you think I've been told?
I don't know.
Why do you think we would bring you in here? What would our reasoning be? You don't have a warrant for your arrest, right? What would be our
The
reason?
old lady called y'all.
Okay, for what?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You are still married to this lady, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have anybody that she hangs out with?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I do know that she hangs out with some people, and I meant we don't see eye to eye on.
Okay. Who is that she hangs out with that y'all don't see eye to eye on?
I don't know what his name is.
Okay. What does he look like?
Black guy, kind of tall.
Okay. And does he stay with her or what?
I've been told no, but I've been in 2 times I've been in the house, and then today when she pulled out, he's been there. So
it's the same dude then? That you
I don't
saw?
know if it's the same guy or not. I didn't see him.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know you said that it's this black guy, and you said today when she pulled out, there he was. So.
Right, but I don't know if it's the same black guy.
Okay. So when she's hanging out with this guy, you have any idea what his name is or anything she hangs out with?
I think his first name's Chris.
Chris. Okay. Do you know?
But I don't know. No, I don't know his last name. I don't know nothing like that.
Okay. Well, does this guy live with her, or what is it?
I don't know.
Is it like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing? Or?
It's got to be.
Does that upset you?
Yeah.
Tell me why. I mean, just be straight with me. Why does that piss you off? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that was my wife and she was hanging out with somebody else, I'd be pissed.
I did 21 years in prison. I've been kicked to sleep because I'm a white boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I got a problem with that.
Because he's black.
Yeah, and it's the disrespect thing.
Okay.
You disrespecting me. You taking them folks around my kids, and I can't even see my son.
Okay, so you're saying that he's allowed to be around your kids, and that's pissing you off because...
Yeah, what kind of shit's that?
Okay.
You know, I'm this horrible monster guy that's gonna hurt everybody and all this other stuff. And I mean, you can ask my son, I ain't never even whooped him. So how am I that bad guy?
I never said you were a bad guy. I understand it. I understand it.
Brother man, it ain't but two things I got left in this world, man.
Yes, sir.
And that's my nuts and you're gonna respect me.
Yes, sir. I understand. And I would feel the same way. I would feel the same
You're
way.
not gonna disrespect me and ask me to pay you.
No. Not in be living with somebody else or staying with somebody else like that and letting them be around your
Whatever,
kids.
you know, I mean, if you ask her, she says he don't stay there. Like I said,
But you think he does.
I've been in there 2 times. I've been in the house. Both times he's been in the house. I've been told he wasn't in the house.
Okay. And so
I was told today he wasn't in the house.
and then you go over there and you end up there.
I meant when I come back with the donuts.
There he wasn't.
Right.
Just like she said he wasn't.
Right.
Right.
And I'm not gonna be disrespected like that. I don't play them games. You know, when she talks a bunch of bull, I just don't know, dude. I mean, I predicted it to begin with, and
How did you predict it?
I can't remember who I told that to.
That she'd end up doing this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Despite Gregory's claims that he had only been to the house twice, he had been dozens of times in the few months that he and Anna had been separated. According to her, Gregory would drive over frequently, and she would catch him looking in the windows to see if Daryl was inside the home. When she confronted him for his stalking, he threatened her, and sadly, he made good on that threat.
How long has she known this cat?
I don't know, 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years. But this is the only time they've been doing this kind of weird shit?
Yeah, I don't believe she was. I tell you the truth about it. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't believe she's done anything with the dude.
You mean physically?
Physically.
Okay. You mean she just kind of hangs out with him?
Right.
Is he your drug dealer?
I guess.
What does he deal? What?
It has to be.
That's why she keeps him?
That's what she does.
You think that's why she keeps him at the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about it, partly that, and partly because he thinks that he's going to protect her.
Protect her from what?
Me.
Well, that would make me mad.
Yeah. You know, I mean, she went, let me back up a whole story. At the beginning of June, the dude knows me.
This guy knows you?
Yeah.
How's he know you, man?
I know his brother.
So you mean this guy knows you and he's still doing this shit?
Right.
Go on.
And it's a disrespect thing, like I said.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyhow, a month before that,
You said you know him though, right? What's his name?
Chris,
Chris what?
I don't know what his last name
What's
is.
his brother's name?
Freddie. All I know is his brother's name Freddie, too.
Okay, go on.
And anyhow, a month before that, like I said, I used to hang out over there a little bit, you know, not doing drugs or nothing, but we used to play poker and stuff like that.
You play poker with him too, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Does he have any nicknames or anything?
I think they call him Grinch.
Grimp or Grinch or
Grinch.
Grump?
Grinch.
Grinch, okay.
I call him Grumpy, but that's,
You call him Grumpy?
yeah, but that ain't it.
Why you call him Grumpy?
Just because I'm
Okay. Go on. Go on.
because of this right
Okay.
here.
Yep,
you know.
yep.
And anyhow, I was over there, and she got mad because I had her car over there. And so she got one of her friends to text me on the telephone. I quit answering it. I don't like arguing, you know, because I don't have patience for this stuff. And because I don't tongue wrestle. And so anyhow, I quit answering her, and her girlfriend texted me and said that if I didn't bring her car back, which she's part owner of that car, that she's gonna call the law to me. Grand theft auto. Well, anyhow, I still didn't respond to that. Well, she shows up at the house. Now, I probably left at maybe lunchtime, and it might have been 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She shows up at the house and she tells me, "Give me my goddamn keys." Well, she done told all of her girlfriends, "Hey, look, that's house."
Your house?
No,
The place that you were staying at?
that
Yeah,
this guy Chris and Freddie used to stay at.
I got you.
And so a month later, when we broke up, right about July the 4th, so she takes my son and goes and stays over there.
With this grump guy?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
The same house that she was telling me, everybody, that was a drug house.
Right.
Well, at first they nobody believed me what I was saying. But you see, I ain't no bad, that's for damn sure, no more. But when I was younger, I used to be pretty sporty. So I ain't scared of nobody.
Yes, sir.
And so I went over there a couple of times and did confrontations, and they got mad about it because...
You mean confrontations with him and his brother?
with him and her.
Oh.
His brother was in jail.
Okay, grumping her then. Okay, I got you. Carry on.
I asked him 4 or 5 times, I said, "Dude, you need to separate yourself from this shit." You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because you're disrespecting me.
Right. Especially if he knows you, right?
Right. And like I said, I begged both of them, please don't disrespect. I'm dying. And the only chance I have to make any amends to my son, and all that was taken away from me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would say killing his ex's new boyfriend and landing himself in jail isn't exactly the right way to make amends with his son. If making amends and connecting with his son really was his goal, wouldn't you think he would show up at the house when his son was home, not midday on a weekday, when he was at school?
So, this guy has basically got the audacity to come and stay at the house there.
Yeah, like like I'm a chump. And I told him, you see, you guys don't really know me. In 2004, when I got out of prison, I could push 500 pounds. I've lost 107 pounds in the last year.
That's a lot, man.
And I told both of them, you wouldn't have tried me like this 2 years ago.
Because you're taking care of business.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And it would have been what it would have been. And like I said, you can't put up with but so much.
I understand. I understand that. I get it. Everybody's got a point, right? You get to that point, that's about it. Right? I get it. I understand. So, when you saw him today, you pissed you off, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And you still gave him the donuts, even though you're pissed?
Yeah. Oh, no, I hadn't seen him before I handed the donuts.
Oh, you didn't see him. Okay.
See, what my problem is I take her for face value of what she's telling me.
Right.
So...
She lied to you a lot?
Well, no, tell you the truth about it, she didn't. That's why she's so angry with me. It's because of this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She's having to screw me because of her addiction.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's easier for her to be mad at me than it is and make herself mad at me about everything. And I guess that helps her sleep at night.
Yeah. Well.
Convince yourself that you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Well, when you get, I mean, I can understand seeing them together today would have made me pissed off too, especially considering, you know, when you talk about your son and stuff, and he's over there, you know, with your son, and you don't get an opportunity to see your son, and she's there with your son. I get it. You know, I get it. That would have pissed me off too. So, you know, you got a situation now that you're pissed off, you know, and what are you going to do with that? You know, you talked a little bit of just a second ago about your son and about trying to set things right for your son.
Right.
You know.
Well, there's a lot. This shit goes a lot deeper than what you think it does, dude.
That's right.
Check this out. You know, they give me 6 months to live.
Yes, sir.
When was that?
About 2 months ago. Saying about,
About July, somewhere in there.
yeah, right after the first of the year.
That really even makes it worse about the disrespect stuff, because, you know, at least people, when you're coming to the end of your life, ought to give you at least that, right?
I mean, I don't know. But what the deal was, what I was going to tell you, that I guess even makes it worse. When I die, she's going to get $300,000.
Life insurance? It's a lot of money. That makes you mad too.
Well, I mean, it's just,
Will she spend it on your son? You know,
well,
that's the
I
question.
mean,
You know, or will she spend it on?
Dope.
right.
Yeah.
But, well, my whole thing is that, I mean, dude, if somebody did that for me, I'd appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah, guaranteed. That's life changing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You ain't got to work no more.
That's right.
Gregory doesn't seem to realize that $300,000 is only useful if you live to see it. In this case, his ex was terrified for her safety, and clearly, she had every right to be. But is he going to admit that?
Bad part of it is if she ends up spending it on anybody else, right? Because that would piss me off too, thinking about later on down the road if she's still with this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would piss me off too.
Kind of looks that way, don't it?
I understand. I get it. Is that why?
I mean, I just, like I said, the big part, it's hard to explain to people, a big part of my life's respect.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's obvious to me too. And then you got several people in your life right now. You're coming to the end of your life. You got several people in your life, you know, that you're obviously concerned about because you want to make sure they're taken care of. And they're basically giving you the big, high, hard one. I get it. I get it. But that's what I'm asking you. Is that why? That's reasons.
Reason.
You know, that's reasons. And if that's why, I understand that. I get it. Okay? I get it. If you just say it's because it's a boyfriend thing, that would lead me to question that. But you know, when you say it has to do with respect and it has to do with the money and taking care of your loved ones when they're gone, right? I get it. You know, that would cause me to do things too. Absolutely. Would it not?
Absolutely.
I get that. That's what I'm asking you for, is the reason. You know, and you're giving it to me. You know?
You know, when I guess in July, at the end of July, all I've ever asked her to do is reconcile with me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I've ever asked her. I mean, I know the shit that she's saying she's mad at me about. I mean, it's old shit, but I mean, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like I said, ain't nobody perfect. She ain't perfect. And she just, like I said, I just think that she draws it. She's been drawing this out so long that, and the reason being is because of the fact that she knows she's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so she tries to justify it by little shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? And I've done. I mean, I ain't. Since this has happened, I ain't been perfect. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Well, you mean she's trying to justify hanging out with this boy by using you as a scapegoat?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get it.
And you know, I mean, I've bent her door up and I pushed in one of the windows. You know, I mean, I've done some stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, I mean.
And you were upset, right? And you
Yeah.
were upset for, you know, based on what I'm looking at, you're upset for the right reasons. I get it. And I'm telling you, I get it. I've been down this road before myself. I understand. I have. I get it. And, you know, I get when, you know, that's why when I was telling you at the very beginning of it that I wanted to know what the reason was. And you're telling me, it makes sense to me. Absolutely makes sense to me. You know. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Correct?
Yeah. I mean,
And that's that.
Like I said, you know, I mean, I know it's hard for people to understand because you don't understand it either. But dude, I've been to war because in prison, and you know, like I said, you just don't let nobody disrespect you.
No, sir.
You got to stop it.
If you want to survive, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect me now. I ain't changing none.
Was he disrespecting you personally?
Yeah, of course he was. I feel he was.
I mean, today specifically, was he saying? Did he say something to you today? I mean, I know.
Well, I know he got out the car one time.
Yeah. And then what did he say when he got out of the car?
Some slick shit.
Well, I mean, like what? I mean, was he
What
like,
are you gonna do?
is he a big guy?
He ain't real huge this way, but he's pretty tall. He's about 6'3", 6'4".
So he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
But you're not anywhere near as strong as you need to be to try and defend yourself, right? I get you.
But they ain't
Did y'all throw hands a little bit?
No, they won't throw hands with me.
Okay.
I've tried to get them to do that.
So he just got out of the car and he said, "What are you going to do?" Basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Basically, that's about what happened. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I understand.
Naturally, Gregory is leaving out a very important detail here. After giving his estranged and her new boyfriend donuts, he followed them in his truck. When everyone came to a stoplight, Wayne leapt out of his truck and rushed to the driver's side of Anna and Daryl's car, heading for Anna. To protect her, Daryl leapt out of the passenger seat and put himself between Gregory and Anna. He was very clearly on the defense, not the offense.
He got out the car, and I mean, like I said, he never stood straight up, though, because I didn't see who it was, really.
So he didn't really stand straight up. You just heard what he said, basically.
Yeah, he opened the door, and, you know, he looked like this kind of at me. And I wasn't wearing my glasses, so I can't see real good, so.
Okay.
And I don't even know it was that guy that was in the car. I'm not positive about that.
Okay.
But it sounded like him.
Well, he was obviously putting you in a position where you felt like you had to do something, obviously.
Yeah.
You took care of business. When he got out of the car, did you get out too?
Yeah, I started getting out the car then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because he was basically, you know, calling you to the dance.
Yeah, right. And I've tried to get him to throw hands with me, and none of them will throw hands with me.
Well, once you got out of the car, and he said what he said to you, and you were, what did you say to him? I can't remember if you told me what you said. Did you say anything to him after he said, "What do you?"
Oh, I told him I said this disrespect shit's gonna stop now.
What did he say? Did he respond to you?
Probably some shit or something like that. Well, yeah, all right.
Okay. And what after is that when you did what you did?
I guess.
Okay. I mean, you told me you do what you got to do, right? And you tell me, does that not make sense?
I can understand it. I'm playing it in my head. It make me mad as hell.
Absolutely. And the bad part of it really for me, I guess, is the disrespect part, just like what you said. But, and then on top of everything else, and he gets out of the car, and he already knows that you're physically not as good as you were. And then he gets out and says to you, hey, what are you going to do? Absolutely. Right? Right? Absolutely. I get it.
Now, here's the deal. What I'm going to ask y'all something. That dude Tony don't know. He didn't know nothing about none of this.
Okay.
At all.
So you're saying Tony had no idea?
Well, I bet other than that, you was going to ride with me over to my old lady's house.
But he didn't know anything about what happened later on?
No.
He didn't have any participation in this, what you're
No,
saying?
sir.
Who got the shotgun?
What shotgun?
Whichever shotgun it was.
I don't know nothing about no shotgun, boss.
So,
Against the law for a convicted felon to have a firearm.
well, I get what you're saying, but I know you did what you had to do, brother. And this isn't. I'm not. Believe me when I tell you this. I'm not trying to outmaneuver you. We're talking here about what you said you had to do. You said you had to do it for a reason, and I totally get what the reason was.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is, bro.
And there were witnesses there. Your ex.
Did you see me?
Yeah. And your ex is still alive. So, and I mean, they watched you retrieve the shotgun from the toolbox.
Yeah.
What toolbox? I don't have a
Or
toolbox.
from wherever, from the back of your truck.
In the back of the truck.
All right.
I mean, it's just like what I was saying. I'm not trying to outmaneuver you. Here's
Exactly. This is front and honest, bro.
What it is, it's an opportunity for you to tell us why this happened, and you told me. I mean, you told me, right? That's what the only thing that I'm really interested in is where that came from. Whether your buddy in the truck gave that to you, whether
No, sir.
it wasn't his shotgun.
No, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm concerned about, because you said you didn't want your buddy to get in trouble. So
No,
here's
he
me.
has nothing to do with none. He didn't even know that was in there.
The shotgun.
Right.
Okay, so it wasn't his.
It wasn't his.
Okay. Did you buy it yourself, or did you get it from somebody? Or?
I got it from somebody, and I really, tell you the truth about it, I really can't tell you who it was.
That's fine, and you don't have to.
No, I meant
You don't remember?
No, I mean I remember, but I mean I don't know what the. I mean you don't ask nobody no questions like that. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So did you get it? Did you get it like a couple days ago, or how long you had it?
Yeah, it ain't been long, a week.
About a week.
Yeah.
Is it still in the back of the truck, or where is it? It's not.
I mean, we don't need it floating out there on the street if some kid
gone.
or somebody gets it, man.
It's going all together.
Do you throw it in the water?
No,
Now's the time, man, to be a little bit honest
it's
about
crushed.
it.
It's
Take it to
crushed.
the recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Take it to the recycling and crush it.
At that car place.
Just stick it in a car, or what?
Yeah. And they crushed the car.
The altercation was witnessed by multiple people, both in vehicles and in nearby businesses. Initially, Gregory leapt out of the car and rushed to Anna's window. Daryl, wanting to protect her, intercepted him and told him to leave. In response, Gregory yelled, "You're gonna make me show you a mother bleeping thing." Of course, Gregory can't get demonetized, so he didn't say bleeping. Then, enraged, Gregory raced back to his truck and retrieved his gun. Anna screamed at Daryl to get back in the car, and just as he did, Gregory fired a single shot into his head, killing him. Not only did Gregory take an innocent life, but he forever traumatized the woman that he had claimed for months and months to love more than anything, all out of spite.
I get why you were pissed off, man. I get it. I understand what was done. I totally understand it. I get it. I understand the respect thing. I mean, you got kids too, right? I understand it completely. Do you think that him getting out of the car prompted you to do what you had to do when you shot him? Or you think it was just because you were pissed?
No, I was afraid he was going to do something to me. For one, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the moment,
Was he back in the car when you shot? You
Yeah,
remember?
when they see me coming, then he wanted to get back in the car. He didn't want to have no altercation no more.
Okay. Do you remember if it shot through the back window or the side window or where it shot through? Which part?
I think I shot it through
Through the side?
window.
Okay. Okay, on his side you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I get it. You want some water or something?
I could use something to drink.
I'm gonna get you some water. You need anything
Or
else?
Coke or
Whatever you need.
what?
I'd like a Coke if you could give me one.
I'll get you
Regular?
Coke.
Regular Coke? Hang tight, buddy.
You want your Jim Beam in?
No.
Raise your right hand for me real quick. Swear the information you provided is true and correct to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ultimately, Gregory Wayne Clark was convicted of second-degree murder. It only took a jury 3 hours to come to their guilty verdict. Despite doctors' initial estimates, Gregory lived for at least 2 more years. He died in prison shortly after his conviction.